Hey guys, so we have some pretty enormous information here. Big announcement on the official Dragon Ball website here, talking about a new Dragon Ball Super movie plan for 2022. And then they have a little blurb here by Akira Toriyama talking about some of the things we can expect to see in the movie. Not really too much information given in this actual announcement. This is really just the first, I guess, official interaction that they've had with people talking about what the movie is going to be looking like and also when it's coming out. So we know it's coming out in the year 2022, not really anything crazy. So I'm recording this video on May 8th, technically in the US. Right now it is Goku Day in Japan, May 9th. This literally came out 11 a.m. Japan time on Goku Day. There's really only a few things we can talk about. So we'll go ahead and read through the article here just so you guys get a background of what this is talking about. So urgent announcement, new Dragon Ball Super movie coming in 2022. A new Dragon Ball Super movie is set to be released in 2022. We've seen, we've even received a comment from Akira Toriyama himself just for you on the official site. And there is a Japanese version of this available as well. I've cross-checked just to make sure there's nothing we're missing from the English version as compared to the Japanese version. There's nothing new in here, so just letting you guys know that. It's really nothing, there's nothing much different. An all-new movie, since Dragon Ball Super Broly is currently in the making. Just like the previous movie, I'm heavily leading the story and dialogue production for another amazing film. I really shouldn't talk too much about the plot yet, but be prepared for some extreme and entertaining bouts, which may feature an unexpected character. We'll be charting through some unexplored territory in terms of the visual aesthetics to give the audience an amazing ride, so I hope everybody will look forward to the new movie. So, not much to unpack from this. I mean, it's just, the one interesting thing that people were pointing towards, because this is actually something that was leaked a few days ago. I just wanted to wait for the actual official announcement on the website before I made a video about this, is the fact that he does say there's going to be an unexpected character. And looking at the Japanese announcement as well, they actually, this word right here, daikatsuyaku, means that they're going to heavily be, he's going to be heavily involved. So the word featured, may feature an unexpected, that literally means he's going to be one of the front and center characters of the movie. Whether or not that's going to be a villain or, an ally to help the main characters, Goku and Vegeta, we don't know. It doesn't actually specify. But we're probably going to be seeing a character that we haven't seen in Dragon Ball in a very long time. And them saying an unexpected character means we already know who that character is as well. So that's something important to note. And then at the bottom here, it says more information will be announced here on the Dragon Ball official site in the future, so stay tuned. And this site actually did get a renewal. I think it actually was down for maintenance and now it's back up. But this is a pretty cool site. I mean, they have a lot of stuff you could check out here. Other articles about stuff, games, different developments in the Dragon Ball IP world. We got Super Saiyan 4 Goku Fresh Edge Figure Arts announced today as well. So this Goku Day for 2021 has been really big. They did a really nice job with the actual layout of the site here. Again, games, manga, figures. They did a really good job with the site. So getting back to the actual announcement here, we can sort of speculate on what we think we might see here. I would like to hear from you guys as well, so down below let me know what you think this movie's going to be about. We actually, the first time we heard about the fact that they were even considering another movie was back when the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie DVD got released in Japan. There was a pamphlet or a little sheet of paper in the actual DVD, in the DVD case, that was, I think it was like an interview with, I don't remember if it was the producer of the movie or the director, but they were talking about the fact that they were exploring another movie, and that's really when we first heard, confirmation that there was official, leads on there actually being another movie involved. So I remember them specifically talking about the fact that, Broly was super strong, and because of that, maybe the next movie we're going to do is going to lead in a different direction, maybe something that's more, out of the box or exploratory. So I don't know if I would really expect this, I guess, villain or whatever character to really be just a super big, powerful muscle man thing, but maybe more so along the lines of Moro, like we saw in the Moro arc. I'm not going to spoil the arc or anything like that, but Moro was known to be a wizard, and instead of mainly relying on his powers like physical strength, he was more so just able to gain the advantage in battle via his other powers that he had. So stuff like that is something that I would really expect from this. And that brings us to the topic of what is this movie going to be about? And it's really hard to say because right now the Dragon Ball story is really split up into two universes. We have the manga side of things and we have the anime side of things. Right now the anime side of things ended with Tournament of Power. That was the last thing we saw, and then we went into the Broly movie. And so right now the Tournament of Power, I mean, that's what, 3 years ago it ended? The manga has continued since then, and the manga is currently, you know, they went through the entire Moro arc. So the timeline of things goes Tournament of Power, Broly movie, and then right after the Broly movie goes right into the Moro arc. And then now we're in the middle of the next arc after the Moro arc, which is the Granola arc. So it's really tough to say what this movie is exactly going to be following in terms of the story. If they want to make this an original story, there's two different avenues they can go down. What they can do is they can actually skip past the Moro and Granola arcs, and they can start on something entirely new, which is something that I think people would rather see than a retelling of an existing manga story, saga, or arc. Something completely new. I would want to see something completely new, but something else they can do is they can actually go through the Moro arc in the movie and then retell that saga through a movie, you know, a movie format. A lot of people have said that they don't want that because it means that they would have to remove a lot. That Moro arc is a long arc. I mean, you take a look at that, it's directly comparable to something like the Goku Black arc or the Tournament of Power saga, which are just very, like, their main arcs, like their main sagas. Imagine if they condensed the Majin Buu saga into a movie. So there's a lot that they would have to remove from that. But on the other hand, I think I read through the Moro arc. There's a lot of filler in that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be there. It's cool stuff. I mean, there's training scenes. There's multiple fight scenes that I think aren't really super instrumental in terms of them being, like, paramount to the continuation of the plot of that arc, that don't need to be in the movie if the movie came out. I mean, the movie would probably have to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours if they were going to be doing it about the Moro arc, because they want to make sure that they're, you know, capturing all the important moments of that arc. But I really don't feel like that's out of the picture, because again, the anime is, you know, they finished Broly, they finished the Broly movie. What they could do is they could then do this movie, which is the Moro saga, and then what they could do is they could go back to the anime, the weekly anime, bring that back, and then retell the Broly movie and then the Moro arc basically the same way that they did for Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, because that is how Dragon Ball Super even began. Right, they released the Battle of Gods movie, they released the Resurrection F movie, and then they started the anime, which retold those two arcs, and then jumped into the Universe 6 versus 7 saga, which was the first original Dragon Ball Super sort of saga that premiered in the anime. And they could really follow the exact same formula for this if they wanted to. The other option is, again, just go forward past the Granola arc, past the Moro arc, and do a new saga that is that takes place after the Granola saga. The third option is, I think, a little bit less likely, but it could be sort of either a side story to the, you know, the manga, or it could be a prequel to something. They could go back and redo a saga that already exists. Like, for example, if they want to go back to Dragon Ball and redo something that, like a story that's been told in Dragon Ball before. Like, I don't know, maybe they redo the Demon King Piccolo saga. I don't think that's really that likely, just because of the fact that he says extreme entertaining bouts which may feature an unexpected character. The fact that he says feature an unexpected character tells me that you know, it's probably going to be something from an arc that we haven't seen before, because they're not going to bring back a character for the Moro arc and then all of a sudden there's a character we haven't seen before, because we would have seen them in the manga. So to me, the most likely thing at this point is going to be a new saga, either, you know, whether it's past the Granola arc or not. Maybe it's a side, maybe it's happening at the same time as something in the manga, so it's something on the side that we haven't seen. But I think it's going to be something that's brand new, and that's something that we haven't seen before. So you guys can let me know down below what you want to see. And one of the big theories that I've been seeing floating around is it's going to bring back one of the movie characters, just like how Dragon Ball Super Broly brought back Broly. This movie might bring back one of the already existing characters from one of the 13 Dragon Ball Z movies. Maybe they bring back, like, Turles. They could bring back Lord Slug. The biggest one I've seen is Cooler. Now that Frieza is sort of out there, right? So the end of the Broly movie, he's still there. Gogeta let him go. One of the things that I've seen people say is, oh, what if Frieza finds Cooler, teams up with him, and then goes back to planet Earth to try and defeat Goku and Vegeta, where it's Goku and Vegeta versus Cooler and Frieza, which would be kind of cool. But no pun intended. Yeah, the typical joke. But that is something that would be cool. I'm a bit nervous about them doing something like that because they literally just brought Broly back, sort of from. He's a different character, right? So this is not the same Broly that we saw from Dragon Ball Z. This is a Dragon Ball Super version of Broly. So I think if they were going to sort of quote-unquote canonize Cooler for this movie for Dragon Ball Super, I think he might be a little bit different than the Cooler that we know from Z. And I'm a little bit nervous of how they're going to do that. They did a good job with Broly, I would have to admit. So I mean, I have faith in what they're going to do here. So in case it is Cooler, I'm going to be nervously waiting the announcement or like a poster or something. But we'll see what happens. And in terms of further announcements, I will keep you guys updated. I plan on continuing to follow up with these things or news updates about the movie on the channel. And if you guys are excited, let me know down below what you think. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.